This month sees the launch of TheKnow.EU campaign, which I've seen being publicised online and in social media. A non-profit organisation. Basically, it's a campaign to get people voting no in the upcoming referendum on Europe, that is, the UK's membership in the European Union. Apparently someone called Liz Bilney is CEO of this organisation, which claims to be non-partisan and independent. They say the movement will be non-political and will aim to engage people from all walks of life. How can you have a non-political organisation whose goal it is to get people voting in an upcoming referendum? Voting is political. The United Kingdom is a political entity, as is the European Union. Non-political bollocks. I've seen plenty of anti-EU campaigns come and go over the years, some more aggressive than others. When I see an anti-EU campaign spring up, I have to question who might be behind it. Might it be the brainchild of some right-wing political party, or some of its members? Clearly there are more than a few people who want the UK out of Europe, out of the current political union. And there are left-wingers who want us out of the EU as well, it must be said. People who believe the EU is damaging British democratic processes. TheKnow.EU. Know as in K-N-O-W. Visit the site if you like. Check out what they have to say. Then maybe go visit a site with a pro-European stance and read what they have to say. Yeah. Then maybe go read some history about the build-up to the creation of the EU. Learn about the ECSE and the EEC. Read and read some more. As a political economic union, the European Union, it is very powerful. It's a powerhouse on the global stage. United in diversity being the motto. How united Europe is of course very debatable. Here's a fun fact for you. No member state has ever left the European Union, but Greenland, which is an autonomous province of Denmark, withdrew in 1985. Aren't you glad you watched this video just to learn that fun fact? Do you know what the European Council does, what the European Commission does? Do you understand that the Council of the European Union is not the same as the European Council? Do you know how many members sit in the European Parliament? The EU has legal personality. If you're not familiar with that term, it means capable of having legal rights and obligations. It's worth pointing out that if our country were to leave the EU, we would still be subject to the politics of Europe and the economics of Europe. Free trade between member states makes life easier and a lot more profitable for British export companies. We leave the EU, we might lose international influence. Maybe the United States wouldn't view us as such a useful ally in the region anymore, being detached from the Euro bloc. British citizens looking to work on the continent, free movement of workers. We can't have that anymore if we walk away from the table. And British farmers would lose out in EU subsidies. Maybe manufacturers currently based in the UK might bugger off elsewhere to EU territory if the UK breaks off. Certain financial institutions might do the same. Yeah. So our Prime Minister is all about renegotiating the UK's EU membership. Yeah. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes when he pops over to Brussels for his meetings? I don't know, we can only speculate. I support people's right to choose, to vote, to express their views. It's important. If you'd like to give your views on UK membership of the EU, or your views on the European Union generally, then I invite you to use the comments section, please, folks.